Okay guys, so I want to introduce you guys to the Banks indicator. It is another buy and sell indicator that tells you when to buy, when to sell. As you guys know, I'm always going to try to bring you as much heat as possible. This indicator works really well in gold on the 15-minute chart. And so there's a couple of ways you can customize this. For one, it's the standard buy and sell where it gives you your entry, stop loss, TP1, TP2, TP3, updates you based off of where it's at the moment. And if you double click it, you have different modes. So for one, you can choose your stop loss source. So this is strictly based off of pure market structure, even the stop loss. So you can choose a stop loss where it's going to put a stop loss below the last fair value gap, the last change of character, or the last high and low. So you can kind of see which ones. So what I personally like is fair value gap or change of character. Those would be my favorite two. But the high and low is also a good one. So it's really up to you which one you want to choose. Now, TP mode, fixed RR, it's a 0.5, 1, and 1.5. But you can customize how you want your TP 1, 2, and 3 to be. But this is how I have it personally. I also have one called like previous structure, where it looks at the previous structure for a trade. Now, they can get a little close sometimes. So, it's kind of up to you. But keep it simple. Just keep it at fixed RR. You can also ask, what TP you want to look at. So, and I'll go back to this in a minute. We also have directional bias. So if I turn this on, you got two options. You can do direction only, but I like to target TP only. So what that does is it gives you suggested TP to do based off the bias on the market. So I keep that on. We also have the higher time frame combination. If you want to look at a higher time frame for change of character, then you can turn that on. It also can do a liquidity check. I like to keep that on. Now, we also have something called show last trades on dashboard, show trades on chart. So if I turn this on, it's going to bring up the last 10 trades, and it's going to tell you what hit TP1. And this is a great way if you want to just back test and say, okay, look, let me look at these. Let me see what the last 10 trades that change your character. Cool, hit TP1, TP3, stop loss, TP3, TP1, TP1, TP1. Then let's say I did this one. So let's say I did this one, but I only went for TP1. Maybe that's all I'm going for. Then we can say, okay, cool. Look, it only hit stop loss once with this particular setup. So this is how you can kind of look at the last few trades. If you turn this on, this looks at this shows you the markup of the last couple of trades. As you can see, based off this, it has TP1 like almost every time or higher. So it only hit stop loss like once in the last 10 trades. So it's really awesome. I even have some for like new people, just in case, you want, let's turn this off for now. And this is just like a forex training tab. It kind of just tells you, just some education, some rules on how to use this indicator. But no, it's not really super needed, but just throwing it out there for you. So let's just say we kept it looking just like this and we like it just like this, or maybe one fair value gap or whatever. Yeah, okay. Once you have it set up like how you want, if you go to add alert, pick banks, you can choose the buy and sell. You can set up a buy and sell. You do any alert where it's going to alert you on all of these. Or if you only want buy and sell, you do that. If you want alerts from TP1, 2, and 3, you can have like that. And then just set the alert up and hit create. And you're done. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's a very simple indicator to use. And I also like to use it on other stuff like, the Euro USD. I like it on this one as well. Change it back to fair value gap. And so as you can see, a fair value gap is pretty consistent. You would have won, 10 trades, you would have lost 2 on just Euro USD. It works on AUD USD. And this is a good way for you to back test this kind of stuff and just change settings based off of that and write notes. Like, okay, cool, AUD USD did decent. And let's see what happened with change of character for that one. And it didn't improve. So, you can see how it works based off of every pair is different. So you have to write your notes. And so my suggestion is, okay, cool, I know how gold works pretty well with this particular setup and this particular stop loss versus AUD USD might be better with this particular stop loss. So pick the pairs that you like for one to make things easier. If you're a forex person, then you pick the pairs you like. It works good on AUD USD, Euro USD, just any Forex pair. Works good on gold as well. So enjoy. And yeah, it's pretty much a very simple, straightforward indicator.